Welcome back, everyone. So today we're going to take a look at a case out of California, a case that could have had a much more horrific outcome than what already took place. A case that it replays across this country day in and day out, one too many times. And this is a word of warning for everybody out there. You need to think about what is happening. And yeah, I know people are losing their freaking minds because the COVID shutdowns, loss of jobs, unemployment, food insecurities, it's playing out. And some tragic events are taking place because of the people being restricted by not being able to socialize or to get away, to escape from, well, in this case, an abuser. So let's take a look at this case out of San Diego, California tonight. And thank you for joining me. A California man is currently in jail for what should have been avoided all along. Jose Luis Mars III, age 23, is currently facing several felony charges in California for what took place this past week on Wednesday between him and his wife. What started off as a lovely romantic evening, the two of them went out for a dinner and then decided to take a stroll along the ocean front. And everything seemed to her and to everybody else who witnessed this as two lovers just out for a stroll on, just before sunset. Well, it was a lot more than that, because Jose Luis Mars III had other ideas. And as the two of them started their stroll, they parked their car and they walked out to the beach holding hands and started to walk along the beach. At one point, according to an eyewitness, Jose Luis Mars III stopped and swung his wife around by grabbing one of her wrists. So they were facing face to face along the ocean. And then, as quickly as he had stopped her and swung her around so she was facing him, he let go of her wrist and then grabbed her neck and started to choke her right there in front of other people who were on the beach that night and witnessed this attack. He then tried to throw her into the ocean. When he couldn't pick her up and toss her into the ocean, he started to hold her head under the incoming surge of waves that were crashing on the shore, trying to drown her, kill her right then and there. As bystanders rushed to her aid, he tried to throw her into a hole that had been dug by other, people along the ocean to make a sandcastle, and then tried to bury her alive in this hole. When that didn't help, and she was able to escape and run off with the aid of other bystanders and call 911, it could have had much tragic, more tragic events that could have taken place. He had every intention to kill her on that beach. Why? Nobody knows. But this isn't the first incident. And this is where the warning needs to be stressed to everybody out there. This wasn't the first attack on her, by him on her. This wasn't the first, and it won't be the last. Once somebody abuses you, raises their hand in anger towards you or anyone else out there, they're never going to stop. And that is a proven fact. Once an abuser, always an abuser. It's tragic, but she took him back every time, according to statements released by her friends and family. He has had a long history of run-ins with the law. He has had a history of substance abuse and drug addiction. And he has constantly, had a behavior that he doesn't feel like he needs to change. towards her and towards a lot of other people out there. So now, Jose Luis Mars III is sitting in jail on no bail, no possibility for bail on this, because he still was on probation on another conviction at the time of this event. And again, I need to stress to you, once someone lays their hand on you in anger, they're never going to stop. Today, they may be apologetic about what took place. They may give you the romance. They may give you, the honeymoon treatment afterwards, bringing you flowers, chocolates, whatever the case may be. Being apologetic. It may go by for a couple of months. It may go by a week. It may even go by for a couple of years before they are going to act out again. And when they do, will you survive the next attack? You need to get away. Because again, once an abuser, always an abuser. And yes, I understand the pressures that people are under today with the COVID shutdowns, unemployment, in food insecurities, and everything else that is going on, and the not being able to socialize. I understand it adds stressors to everyone's life, but it's never an excuse to ever raise your hand in anger towards another person. Never. And you need to share this video with every woman, child you know out there, teenager, anyone who's in a relationship with another person. And even if they're not, you need to share it. We need to make this out there. We need to make sure that everybody sees this and hears this. The number on your screen that you see right now is a hotline that is 24 hours a day. There is help out there. If you can find the courage to survive, the strength to get away, call that number today. Thank you for joining me today. And stay safe out there.